अहो कष्टम् अहो अन्यायम्
अहो कष्टम् अहो न्यायम्
यद्यूयं धर्मनन्दनाः
यूयम् धर्मनन्दना
जीवितुं नार्हत क्लिष्टम्
जीवितम् नारदकृष्णम्
विप्रधर्मच्युताश्रयाः
दधर्माच्युताश्रया.
Can you read the translation? Yatish?
Translation. Bhishmadev said, "Oh, what terrible suffering and what terrible injustice you good souls suffer. You good souls suffer for being the sons of religion personified. You did not deserve to remain alive under those tribulations. Yet you were protected by the Brahmanas, God and religion."
Yeah, so this is the section where Pandavas they have become victorious after becoming the kings of Hastinapur. They are coming to meet Bhishmadev. Actually, here Yudhishthira Maharaj is such a very good soul. Yudhishthira Maharaj is feeling very repentant. Oh, because of me, this whole war was fought. Because of me, crores of soldiers were killed on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Because of me, so many women became widows. It's all because of me. So he was lamenting. So his lamentation could not be removed even by Krishna himself, as they tried. So many other devotees, sages try to pacify him, but no matter how much of they tried, even Krishna tried. So Krishna also could not pacify Yudhishthira Maharaj. And Krishna wanted that Bhishmadev pacify him. So Pandavas were brought to the place where Bhishmadev was lying on the bed of arrows. Bhishmadev, he was the most powerful warrior on the battlefield, Kurukshetra, a devotee. But by the will of the Lord, he was defeated and he was lying. He was not dead, he was lying on the bed of arrows for many, many days. He was lying there, protected by soldiers on all sides. And then, when with Krishna brought the Pandavas, Krishna was actually Krishna wanted to make Bhishmadev happy because Bhishma's desire was that he wanted to see the Pandavas rule the world. So he came along with Pandavas, and Pandavas were told to dress very opulently, very gorgeously, with silk cloths, golden ornaments, come on a golden chariot with beautifully dressed horses. So they came, and Yudhishthira Maharaj stepped down from the chariot. He walked towards Bhishmadev, and he looked at Bhishmadev, his most dear uh, grandfather, great grandfather. He offered obeisances, and with tears in his eyes, he looked at Bhishmadev, and Bhishmadev also looked at Yudhishthira Maharaj and the Pandavas in such a gorgeous way, with kingly attire. And Bhishmadev became very happy. He became so happy. And then he also had tears of love in his eyes because his dream has come true. Now the world is in the right hands, in the proper hands. Till now, sinful people like Kauravas are ruling the kingdom, and now Yudhishthira Maharaj is ruling the kingdom. So he became very jubilant, very happy. And then he starts speaking to the Pandavas. And one of the first things he speaks to the Pandavas is this verse. Bhishmadev said, what did he say? Aho kashtam aho nyayam yadyoyam dharmanandanaha जीवितुम नार्हत क्लिष्टम विप्रधर्मच्युताश्रयाः. Aho kashtam, so much difficulties and so much anyaya you had to suffer. Yad yuyam dharmanandanaha, although you are sons of Dharmaraj, you are all the sons of Devatas, very, very pious people. Generally, pious people will not suffer because sufferings are due to past bad karma. If somebody is having only good karma, why will he suffer? So here, Bhishma is telling, despite being the sons of Dharmaraj, such pious people, still you suffered. Jivitam narhata klishtam. And if somebody was in your position, you would not have survived. You would have died. Jivitam narhata klishtam. Such terrible suffering came. But you underwent all this and you passed all these difficulties because you took shelter of Vipra, Dharma, and Achyuta. These are the three shelters. Vipra, Dharma, and Achyuta. Vipra means the devotees of the Lord. Dharma means the courts of religion. And Achyuta means Krishna. So these three shelters are the eternal shelters. And somebody who holds on tightly to these three shelters in any situation can pass through all difficulties without any effort. So that's why one should hold on to these principles. So whenever any difficulties come in our life, the general response is, what can be the general response? Can somebody say? Any difficulty comes in life, what is the general immediate response?
Why did Krishna do this?
Why it happened to me? I'm chanting 16 on Hare Krishna mantra. Why is happening to me? Yes.
Maybe this process is not practical.
Maybe this process doesn't work. Huh? Right. We heard that no. When you chant Hare Krishna, what happens? Cheto darpanam arjanam bhavaha davagni nirvapnam. Great terrible sufferings are removed. But why is this happening to me? Why am I still suffering? Maybe this process doesn't work. Okay. Any other response? First response is complaint. Second response is no, maybe doubt. It doesn't work. Yes. So, and one may also say, hey, he is not chanting Hare Krishna, but he is happy. I am not happy. This person, oh, my friend, he is not chanting Hare Krishna, but he got placed. But I am chanting Hare Krishna, I didn't get placed. Or he is chanting Hare Krishna and he is rich, but I am chanting Hare Krishna, I am poor. So, yeah, another response is Krishna is doing this for my purification. Okay, Krishna has a plan, higher plan. He wants to purify me. So there are many anarthas in my heart, and I'm proud. So Krishna wants to give these difficulties so that I can get purified and become humble. Mm. So that's also another a good thought. This difficulty is coming for my purification. Right. In India also there is general whenever difficulties come, Papa the Pinda hoitanda. Or whatever difficulties coming means Papa was there, that is gone. So it's good that difficulties come, they go away, Papa goes away. So future is bright. So now the sinful reactions are going away, are burnt. So in the future I'll get happiness. So this can be some of the response which comes when we like the Chitraketu Maharaj story. Chitraketu, his son Harshashoka died. When Harshashoka died, what is the response of the queen and the king? And anybody remembers? As soon as the child died, the mother started crying and then she started speaking some things. Actually, she started criticizing destiny. Destiny is cruel. God is cruel. Because how can a son die in front of the father? And generally, father and mother should live first and then the son or children should live later. But destiny is very cruel. It's unjust. And the fact that the child is living before the parents means the destiny is cruel. So this small baby, what sins he had done? He's just newborn, he's just playing. And he has no bad karmas. So why is he suffering? Because they did not know that he also had a past life. The past life karmas are carrying forward in this life also. So So another response can be like criticizing or blaming the destiny to be cruel, blaming the destiny to be unjust. Unjust means partial. Hmm. So cruel. So that kind of response also some people give. So these are all these are quite emotional responses. Emotional response means in the spur of moments, a negative emotion erupts. Right? Why is this happening to me? Destiny is cruel and such kind of, or this process doesn't work. Such kind of responses may come. But here, Bhishmadev, he is giving a very good attitude towards difficulties. And he is telling that, no, Vipradharmachyutashraya, despite uh, so much difficulties, you were protected by, you took shelter of these three, Vipradharma Achyuta, you are always safe. Let's read the purport and have some discussion on this. Yes, you can continue reading.
Purport. Maharaj Yudhishthir was disturbed due to the great massacre in the battle of Kurukshetra. Bhishmadev could understand this, and therefore he spoke first of the terrible suffering of Maharaj Yudhishthir. He was put into difficulty by injustice only, and the battle of Kurukshetra was fought just to counteract this injustice. Therefore, he should not regret the great massacre. He wanted to point out particularly that they were always protected by the Brahmanas, the Lord, and religious principles. As long as they were protected by these three important items, there were no cause of disappointment. Thus, Bhishmadev encouraged Maharaj Yudhishthira to dissipate his
Despondency.
despondency. As long as a person is fully in cooperation with the wishes of the Lord, guided by the bona fide Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and strictly following religious principles, one has no cause for despondency. However, trying the circumstances of life, Bhishmadev, as one of the authorities in the line, wanted to impress this point upon the Pandavas.
Yeah. If you see the life of Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was cheated. There was injustice on him. Right? How was he cheated? First of all, he was invited by Dhritarashtra for a gambling match, Shatranj ka khel. Then Yudhishthira said, gambling is not good. Because gambling leads to cheating, gambling it leads to sin. So that's why one should not gamble. But Yudhishthira had taken another vow that he will not disobey the order of his superior. Anybody superior tells him something, he will never disregard, disobey. So that kind of vow he had taken. So when Dhritarashtra invited Yudhishthira Maharaj, and Yudhishthira Maharaj said, okay, my elder is inviting, so I have to go. So he went. But when he went to gamble there, he saw that actually Dhritarashtra is not gambling. Neither is Duryodhana gambling. But it is Shakuni who is appointed to gamble. He said, this is not proper. Because I am king, and king should gamble with another king. And who is the Shakuni? Why is he gambling here? And Dhritarashtra said, no, it's a friendly game. It's a friendly game. You just play. You put some stakes and then you play. So then Dhritarashtra is telling, elders are there sitting here. So they are telling, okay, let me do it. But he said that this is not proper and this may lead to very terrible consequences. So then Yudhishthira Maharaj sat down and he put the stake. It started with 2 gold coins. Started with 1 gold coin, 10 gold coins, 100 gold coins, 1,000 gold coins, lakhs of gold coins. Then horses and the elephants and the kingdom and everything. And then including himself and Draupadi and all this. So it went on and on. And gambling is such a thing that it's addictive. बहुत addiction होता है उसमें. Because gambler always thinks that next game I will win. This game I lost, but next game I will surely win. Because that person won this game and he got so much of money. Maybe next game I will win. Same with the video games also. He loses. The next game surely I will win. One more. It goes on and on and on. And that's how addiction is. Goes on and wastes time, wastes money. Right? Sometimes in hostel we see boys, they start playing games at 9 o'clock in the night. And when by the time they finish, it's already 3 o'clock. Oh, whole night is over. At 3 o'clock he sleeps and gets up at morning 8 o'clock and still eyes are red. And then he's in hallucination. And he has to go to the college. He goes to the college and sleeps there. So this kind of the bad consequences of gambling. Waste time and waste consciousness. Leads to tiredness. So the Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he got into the game, he got carried away. He started gambling. To such an extent that he put Draupadi also into stake. Right. So when Draupadi was put to stake and he lost, Draupadi was dragged into the assembly by Dushasana. And then Draupadi said, "This is not proper. Please tell me, did Yudhishthira lose first? He lose himself first, and then he put me on stake, or was it reverse?" Actually, Yudhishthira had lost first himself. All his brothers also. All his brothers and then himself, and then he had put Draupadi on stakes. So the Shakuni said, still one more person is there, Draupadi. Laga usko. I lost that also. And how can somebody who was lost who put another person to stake and like that? So I am asking the elders here, Dronacharya, Bhishma Pitama, Dhritarashtra, tell me whether this is justice, whether it is allowed. Everybody is mum. Nobody spoke any word. And Dronacharya, Bhishma Pitama was also at that time said, it's very difficult to know what is right and what is wrong. They could not decide. So then Dushasana started pulling the sari. And then what happened, right? Draupadi tried to hold on to the sari. She tried to take help of the elders there, and Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhima, everybody was sitting. Everybody was, their hands were tied up. They could not help. And then finally Draupadi called out to Krishna, "Hey Krishna, hey Govinda." Then suddenly Krishna came in the form of unlimited sari and protected Draupadi. And then the huge pile of sari was there in the assembly. And the Dushasana pulling, got tired. And then he gave up. And everybody witnessed the miracle of Krishna, protection of Krishna to Draupadi. And the whole assembly was spellbound, silent. So then at that time Dhritarashtra realized so what mistake they had done. So then Dhritarashtra said, now he has to protect his man. Such a big thing has happened in the assembly. First thing is Yudhishthira has lost everything, then Draupadi's Vastraharan is happening. And what people will talk about the Kuru Vamsha. So Dhritarashtra said, okay, whatever has happened, we'll undo it. Whatever Yudhishthira has lost will be again given back to him. They can go back to Indraprastha and continue ruling. Dhritarashtra, in one statement, he reversed everything. They went back. The Yudhishthira, along with Draupadi and all, they started going towards Indraprastha. So at that time, Duryodhana was furious. With such a great effort, we won everything, and now suddenly everything is lost. We had won everything, and Yudhishthira was a beggar now, pauper on the street. Suddenly, everything is gone. My dear father, why did you do this? It's not proper. You should have made them remain the beggars. So then he pleaded, then he forced, then he spoke some strong words to Dhritarashtra. Then Duryodhana suggested, final match. We'll have one final match. Only one game. One dice will be cast. That's all. And the rule of the game is whoever loses will have to go to the forest for 12 years plus 1 year Ajnatavas. And whoever wins will rule the world. So one game we will play. One game. This is the rule and nothing else. No more extension of this game. Dhritarashtra, please call again. And Dhritarashtra called Vidura, said, please call them again. Then Yudhira goes behind and then calls the final game. They're calling you. I know this is very terrible. This is unjust, but Dhritarashtra is calling. The king is calling. And again, Yudhishthira Maharaj, they remembered that I have to follow the will of my superiors. So he came and said, "What is the game?" He said, "It's one game. Cast your die, and if you lose, go to the forest. If you win, be the king of the whole world." So if you win, then the Duryodhana has to go to the forest. So then they cast the dice, and then Shakuni won. And Pandavas had to go to the forest for 12 years and 1 year of Ajnatavas. So they went to Ajnatavas, Vanavas. So it was quite a lot of cheating happened in this case of Pandavas. So that's what Prabhupada is telling here, the purport. It is sheer because of injustice that. Right, he was put into difficulty by injustice only, and the battle of Kurukshetra was first fought just to counteract this injustice. Therefore, he should not regret the great massacre. So Yudhishthira was lamenting that because of me this war happened. No, it was not because of Yudhishthira, it was because of Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra and what they had done to the Pandavas in the past. And that was a reason for this fight. So much of injustice happened. And do you think that Duryodhana was silent after Pandavas went to Vanavas? What did you do?
And one of from the research, he said,
Durvasa Muni. Right? Duryodhana is not very satisfied. I want to see them suffer more. So that is the nature of Duryodhana. Paradukha dukhi. दूसरों का दुख देख के बहुत paradukha sukhi actually. Duryodhana paradukha sukhi. दूसरों का दुख देख के बहुत खुश होता था. But devotee is paradukha dukhi. दूसरों का दुख देख के दुख होता है हमको. So this is the nature of Duryodhana. He sent Durvasa Muni. At the time when Draupadi had already taken food, and then they were in great anxiety. Pandavas were in great anxiety. Draupadi was especially in great anxiety because she is a head cook. I know she has to cook for 10,000 disciples. Her head was reeling. And somehow at that time she took shelter of Krishna. Krishna came. Krishna took that particular food and then he was fully satisfied. Okay. So Vipra Dharma Achyuta Ashraya. In this case, she took the shelter of Achyuta. Isn't it? So they were saved from that danger. Isn't it? And then they also took shelter of Vipra. When they went to the forest, what did they do? Do you think they built another palace in the forest and tried to make life comfortable? No. They went on the to Kamyavan, right? We went to Kamyavan last year. They stayed in Vrindavan, Vrajabhumi. Right? They went to Vrajabhumi, they stayed there in Kamyavan and in the holy place where Lord Krishna did his pastimes. Right? The place where Vrinda Devi resides, the place where Kameshwar Mahadev is there, and many sages like Dhaumya Rishi and all sages had put their cottages there, and they took association of sages. So Vipra Ashraya, they took shelter of devotees and they learned the transcendental knowledge, isn't it? So in this way, they gained wisdom, they gained spiritual knowledge from the sages, and by their association, they advanced further in Krishna Bhakti, right? They became more wise. And Yudhishthira Maharaj associated with, actually, I think it was Vasudev, he gave a boon to Yudhishthira Maharaj that no, you will become expert in gambling. In case in future again gambling happens, you will be able to defeat anybody. So Yudhishthira Maharaj strengthened his weakness. That is another thing which happened. Yudhishthira Maharaj he understood, okay, this is my weakness, let me strengthen it. Similarly, if in our life also, if some failure comes, That failure came because of my weakness. Some weakness was there in me, because of which I failed. So we should not take failure very, matlab, we should not become depressed because of the failure. We should become more positive. We should have a positive attitude, and we should try to strengthen that weakness. Okay, because I did not study properly, I failed. Because I did not use my time properly, I could not put full efforts. So let me try to limit my wastage of time and try to utilize that properly in studies or in service or in my work. So in that way, one should strengthen one's weaknesses. जो भी weakness है उसको strengthen करना चाहिए. Generally, our weaknesses are the weak points are those which make us vulnerable. So in the Greek philosophy, there is a story of Achilles. No, Achilles was a warrior in the Greece army, and there's a famous idea. It's called phrase called Achilles heel. It's called Achilles heel. Achilles heel means a weak point. So it is said that when Achilles was born, mother uh, wanted to make Achilles very strong, undefeatable. And one of the gods told her that you dip Achilles in this water in such a way that your hand should not touch water, but and whichever part of the body of Achilles dips in this water, that will become like strong like Vajra couch. So she held the heel and dipped him upside down, and only heel portion is untouched, and she lifted him up. So, Hare Krishna. So that Achilles heel portion remained a weak portion. So when the war started between the Romans and the Greeks, at the time, what happened? So nobody was able to defeat Achilles, but one person knew the secret: heel. And it's not very easy to hit at the heel because it's down and it can't be reached properly. But somehow this one person he hit at the heel, and then he was defeated. Actually, Duryodhana, the whole portion was like strong, except the waist portion, because he covered his waist portion. I think these stories are copied from our Shastras only. Right? So, right. So Duryodhana was told, you come, the Gandhari told Duryodhana, you come, don't wear any clothes, and I'll look at you and I'll give all my tapabal to you. Because I have done vrata my whole life. Since the day I got married, I have not seen the world. And because of that, I have got bala, strength. And I'll invest all my strength in you and you'll become undefeatable. But somehow on the way, Krishna came and said, laughing, hey, chi, 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 big man going without any clothes. Chi, chi, shame on you, shame on you. He put some leaf and covered his waist portion. Then he came and then Gandhari looked at whole portion, body became Vajrakawach except the waist portion. And when Gandhari saw this, he said, hey, who told you to wear this clothes? And she thought, no, this must be Krishna. Krishna's trick. And this will become your weakness, and you'll be defeated in the battle because of this weakness. As nobody could defeat you. And Gandhari became upset and angry, and Gandhari also cursed Krishna. And your dynasty also will be doomed by fighting within yourself. So, in this way, of course, Krishna is not bound to accept any curse. But Krishna said, okay, let it happen. Anyway, my will is there that no, my dynasty should end. And nobody can defeat my dynasty, the Yadukula, nobody can defeat. So my will is that no, there will be quarrel within the dynasty and they'll fight and they'll go back to God. So anyway, this is in line with my will, so let it happen. So he allowed the curse to take effect. So in this way, you'll see that how our weakness is there. So we should identify our weakness and try to strengthen our weakness. So in difficult days, what we should do is we should try to strengthen ourselves. Like Pandavas, they stayed in forest for 13 years. But all these 13 years, what they tried is they tried to strengthen whatever weaknesses were, they were strengthening and they were preparing for the future. Arjuna went to Indraloka and met his father, Indra, and then all the devatas. And Indra told all the devatas, give your weapons to him. In the future, there's going to be a great battle. These weapons will help Arjuna. So he went and got so many weapons. And he could easily defeat when big warriors in the battlefield. Then Bhima also, he got married to some like Hidimbi and got Ghatotkara as a son. So he also met Hanumanji. He went to Himalayas, and when he was going there searching for the lotus at the time, he saw a monkey sitting, and monkey had put the tail like this. There's no generally in our tradition we don't cross the body because body is a temple of the Lord. Say monkey, poonch hatao. The monkey said, I'm very old. I can't even lift my tail. So you only lift. Bhima tried to lift. But so much effort he put, but still he could not move it an inch. He said, you're not an ordinary monkey. You must be great personality. Tell me, who are you? And monkey smiled and said, I am Hanuman, servant of Ram. He was so ecstatic. He was happy to be defeated. He offered obeisances at the feet of Hanuman. He said, please, thank you for giving your darshan. I'm so happy, excited. I have one desire. What is the desire? I want to see your form in which you jumped to Lanka. Can you please show that form? Then Hanuman said, close your eyes. Bhima closed his eyes. And after some time, Hanuman said, open your eyes. He said, nothing, nobody was there. So he saw some big rock kind of thing in front of his eyes. So, when he was looking here and there, nothing was there. Only big kind of rock was visible. Hanuman said, look up. Actually, there's a toe of Hanumanji. There's a big form touching the skies. And seeing this, Bhima was in ecstasy. So then Hanumanji again became normal size and blessed Hanuman, blessed Bhima that now in future there's going to be a war and I'll be at your side. I'll not fight, but I'll be there. I'll help you. I'll give you confidence. I'll give assurance. So don't worry. Go ahead. So Bhima also took shelter of a great devotee like Hanuman, and Hanuman was sitting on the flag of Arjuna, Kapitdvajaha, right? And he was there and giving confidence and inspiration. So that's one of the sign of victory. If great devotees are there on your side, then victory is assured. Right? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhuti Dhvani Matirama. Right here, Dhanurdhara means Arjuna, but it also means any devotee of the Lord, any pure devotee of the Lord. If he is on our side, surely there will be success. Means if you have the blessings of a senior devotee, then surely there will be victory in that effort. That's the blessings are required. Anything we want to do, we should take blessings of senior devotees. Because by their blessings only the effort can become successful. Either it can be material endeavor or it can be spiritual, new project or new idea, new anything. We should immediately, first thing is take blessings. Right? और मैं से ये छोटा चीज है ना, the good wishes, the blessings of our senior devotees will make the task very easy. Right? ए छाय गोसायर कोरी चरण वंदन जहाँ होते विघ्न नाश अभुष्ट पुराण. Right? By taking shelter of the six Goswamis, यहाँ होते विघ्न नाश. All the obstacles in the path of service are removed. Right? You're starting a new batch of preaching, or you're starting a new center, or you're starting to read a new book. Right? You can go and take lesson. Probably I'm reading this book. Please bless me that I can understand this book. Right? Or Karthik vows you're taking, probably chant 2 rounds extra every day for this Karthik month. But sometimes it's difficult, but you go and take blessings of seniors. Okay. May you be able to keep your vows. That itself is big strength because that blessing will make the things very easy, right? Krishna's Guru also says, ग्रंथेरा प्रारंभ करे मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरण तीनेर स्मरण है विघ्न विनाशन अनायास पूर्ण है वांछित पूर्ण. So it is said that in the beginning of writing any book, Mangalacharan is done. And what is Mangalacharan? Guru, Vaishnava, Bhagavan, Tina Smaran. One should remember as one Guru, remembrance of Vaishnava and Bhagavan. Tina Smaran. Tinera Smarana Hai Vigna Vinashan. By remembering these three personalities, all the Vignas are removed. Anayasa Safale Vanchata Puran. So one will be able to get success in the desired endeavor. So that's one should keep this principle that one should always take blessings. More blessings we are collecting from Vaishnavas, more easy will be our bhakti. But if we earn the disappointment of the Vaishnavas, difficult will be. Chanting, reading, seva will be very difficult because the blessings are not there. So more blessings are there, things will be very easy. Even if great difficulty comes, chalo, chalte hain. Even if there are Herculean tasks to do, karte hain because blessings are there. Like Srila Prabhupada blessed his disciples and disciples could do incredible seva. Somebody went to Japan, somebody went to Russia, somebody went to France, somebody went to Africa and distributing books and building temples. Was it possible? Prabhupada's blessings were there. So with the power of blessings, even the impossible task also becomes possible. Kathanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet vismrti vismritam viparitam syat. Sri Chaitanya Namamitam. So it is said that Katanchana Sprite Yasmin, by remembrance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Dushkaram Sukaram Bhavet. The difficult things become very easy. And most easy things will become very difficult if you don't remember Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is the Krishna's Goswami's verdict. So we should remember the Lord, we should remember the Vaishnavas, and things will become easy. But if you forget and you think that I am the doer, मैं करूँगा, blessing की जरूरत नहीं है, मैं करता हूँ, मैं बड़ा हूँ, right? I am powerful enough. I am also chanting 16 months in many years. I am powerful. I can do things. No, गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. You get frustrated. So Trinadapi Sunicena mode should be maintained. I am humble servant of my Guru and Krishna. It's all because of Yogyata Vichara Kichana Hipai. Tumhara Karuna Sir. Whatever I have Yogyata is because of blessings of Guru and Krishna. So that's why I should depend on them. Right? One should not become independent devotee. One should become a dependent devotee. So then, by feeling dependent on Guru Vaishnava, right, Vipradharma Achyutashraya, one can surpass any difficulties in life. As long as a person is fully in cooperation with the wishes of the Lord, guided by the bona fide Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and strictly following religious principles, one has no cause for despondency, however trying the circumstances of life. Right? Even though very difficult circumstances may come, but there's no cause of despondency because he knows that Krishna is in control. Krishna knows that I'm in difficulty. Krishna will handle. Right? Sometimes child may be in difficulty, but if he is in father's lap, bindas, father dekh lenge. He doesn't take any worry. Father takes the worry. Similarly, any worry comes, put yourself in Krishna's lap. Krishna will handle it. Our only thing is to choose Krishna, take shelter of Krishna. Even the most difficult things will become resolved by the grace of Krishna. But in our case, the difficulties come because of past bad karmas. In our case. But in the case of Pandavas, it was not because of the bad karma, it was will of Krishna. That is told in the next verse. Samsthite atirate pando pratha bhala prajavadu yusmat krite bahun kleshan Prapta Tokavati Muho. Pandu was a Athiratha. Athiratha means there is Ardharathi, there is Rathi, there is Maharathi, there is Athirathi. Rathi means one can fight with one warrior can fight with another warrior. Maharathi means one warrior can fight with 1,000 warriors simultaneously. Athirathi means he can fight with unlimited soldiers, warriors, not soldiers, warriors at the same time. That's Athirathi. So Pandu was such Athirathi. But Samsthite Athirate Pandu, after Pandu died, Pratha is the name of Kunti. Pratha, Bala Prajavadu, she had just got children, very young children. They were all this very young, not grown up. They're not even into youth. They were Bala Praja Vaduhu. She had become a Vidva and she had the responsibility of taking care of children. So that was the first suffering she got. Then after that she got more sufferings because of children. Yusmat krite bahun kleshan prapta tokuvati muhum. And because of your activities, you're going to the forest and there are murder attempts on you. They try to burn, they try to poison, they try to send you to the forest, they try to kill you in the battle. So because of this anxiety of your protection, she suffered more. Prapta Tokavati Muhum. She again and again suffered. So Bhishma first sympathized with Pandavas, now she is sympathizing Kunti's suffering. Now is Bhishma in a happy situation? Every inch of his body is pierced with arrows. He is in great, terrible situation, right? But still he is sympathizing with others. It is the nature of a devotee. Even though he may be in great difficulty, but he will ensure that he tries to mitigate others' suffering. Right? A devotee doesn't care about his suffering. He tries to mitigate others' suffering. A real devotee doesn't try to make his life comfortable. He tries to make others' life comfortable. So that's the nature of a devotee. He doesn't try to cause difficulty to others unnecessarily. He tries to make others more comfortable. That's the nature of a devotee. So then he says, Sarvam Kala Kritam Manye Bhavatam Cheda Priyam Sapalo Yad Vashe Loko Vayoriva Ghanavalihi Sarvam Kala Kritam. Kala Kritam means done by time. काल के प्रभाव से सब हो रहा है. काल कौन है? भगवान ही है ना. कृष्णा इज टाइम. So everything is done by Krishna. Bhavatam Triyada Priyam. जो भी आपके साथ अप्रिय चीज हुआ है, whatever unpalatable things has happened with you, that's all because of Kalam Kritam. Just like the wind blows the clouds. Clouds are helpless. They can't move on their own. Can the clouds move on their own? But when the wind blows, the clouds are dispersed. Similarly, we are also in the clutches of time. We are helpless, and whatever time gives us, whatever sufferings time gives, we have to helplessly suffer it. So everything is given by time. Nothing is independent. Nothing is free. Everything is controlled by time. So whatever has happened with you is also because of time. Time in the sense Krishna only. That is clarified in the next verse. Yeah, everything therefore is controlled by the Supreme Kala, a forceful representative of the Lord within the material world. Kala is also representative of Lord in the material world. Kala Chakra. Nobody can stop the Kala Chakra. It goes on and on. So that is power of time. Thus, Yudhishthira should not be sorry for the inconceivable action of time. This war happened because of time. Krishna wanted it to happen. So don't be sorry for it. Everyone has to bear the action and reaction of time as long as one is within the conditions of material world. Yudhishthira should not think that he has committed sins in his previous birth. and is suffering the consequence. Even the most pious has to suffer the condition of material nature. But a pious man is faithful to the Lord and is guided by bona fide Brahmana and Vaishnava following the religious principles. These three guiding principles should be the aim of life. One should not be disturbed with the tricks of eternal time. Even the great controller of the universe, Brahma, is also under the control of time. Therefore, one should not grudge being thus controlled by the time despite being a true follower of religious principles. Right? Sometimes some things may happen in our life also. Like some near and dear one may die or die and separate from us. Or there may be calamities, health calamities, financial calamities also come. Right? There is one devotee, right? We got financial calamities, we got health calamities also. His health was bad, his mother's wife's health went bad, his daughter's health went bad, financial crisis came. Suddenly, he initiated devotee. From all sides, crisis started coming. Then he was like helpless. Oh, what is happening in my life? It's like from all sides, like heavy karmas coming. Then he said, I'm just depending on Guru and Krishna and Vaishnavas. They're my shelter. So he went on with his life. So difficulties are still there in his life, but still he's going on chanting 16 rounds, depending on Krishna. So some or the other trying to wait for that bad phase to pass. Isn't it? So one should not get disturbed, one should not start blaming. One should accept it. Okay, Krishna is in control, he is giving his suffering. Okay, let me go through it. And Krishna has some plan for me. So in that way. So the Yudhishthira Maharaj also went through this plan of Lord. So in our life also some difficulties may come, crisis may come. So one should know that okay, Krishna is in control. Only thing I should do is I should not give the shelter of Krishna. And if I hold on to the shelter of Krishna, things will be managed by Krishna. And how we will manage, we don't know. What outcome will come, we don't know. But Krishna will manage. And he will be doing the best for me. That faith we should have. कैसे करेंगे कब करेंगे पता नहीं, but करेंगे जरूर. Yeah. Now this is a nice interesting verse. यत्र धर्मसुतो राजा गदापाणिर्वृकोदरः कृष्णौ स्त्रीगाण्डिवं चापम् सुहृत्कृष्णस्ततो विपत्. Where there is Dharmasuta, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he is the king. And there is Gadapani, Vrukodara, Bhima, Yudhishthira Maharaj hai, Bhima hai, and Krishna Astrihi, Gandivam Chapam. Another name of Arjuna is Krishna. So Astri, Krishna, Gandiva, pakad ke, khada hai. And Suhrat Krishna, well-wisher, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna is also there. Tato Vipat, despite Dharmaraj being there, despite Bhima, powerful Bhima being there, despite Arjuna being there, and despite Krishna himself being there, still all of you had to suffer means it is will of the Lord. It's not by your karma. So that's what Bhishmadeva is telling here. So understand it as the mercy of Krishna. Krishna has a plan. Krishna is using you people to teach a lesson. Krishna is using you as a tool to give a message to the people of this world. Right? Prabhupada says here. Despite the power of parasites, the power of personalities, the power of expert management, and the power of weapons, under the direct supervision of Krishna, the Pandavas suffered so many reverses, which can only be explained as due to the influence of Kala, inevitable time. Kala is identical with the Lord himself, and therefore the influence of Kala indicates the inexplicable wish of the Lord himself. There is nothing to be blamed when a matter is beyond the control of any human being. Some things are there beyond our control. At that time, what to do? Except surrender to Krishna. I surrender to Krishna, you take charge. No? I don't have any, I can't do anything. I just chant Hare Krishna, you take charge of my life. Right? Arjuna also did the same thing. When he became confused, helpless, hopeless, Krishna, I give my charge to you. मेरी डोरी तेरे हाथ. मेरा जीवन का डोरी मैं तेरे हाथ सौंप रहा हूँ. You do whatever you If you want me to fight, I'll fight. If you want me to keep quiet, I'll keep quiet. And Krishna said, fight. Then Arjuna picked up the bow and arrow, started fighting. So he gave the control of his life to Krishna. So similarly, we also, when we should give our life's control to Krishna. But it's not so easy because we think that I'm in control. But situation still forces. When difficult situations come, when forlorn, difficult situations will come, then situation forces. Vijao Krishna ke ashray. So that's why difficulties are good for us because they force us to helplessly take shelter of Krishna. So we should thank the difficulties. Thank you for coming so that I can turn to Krishna. But if somebody doesn't turn to Krishna and he goes somewhere else, then that is bad choice. So when difficulties come, turn towards Krishna. So that's what Pandavas did all the time. And nobody can understand the will of the Lord. Nobody can understand, right? That's what Bhishmadeva continues speaking in the future verses. And he says that how Krishna orchestrated this battle is very difficult to understand. But the fact that you remained loyal to Krishna, because of this, you become victorious and you are the kings. So after pacifying the Pandavas and then he starts glorifying Krishna because Krishna also was there next to Bhishmadeva. He starts glorifying Krishna. And then Yudhishthira asks certain questions. And then Bhishmadeva speaks, answers. And this is the longest conversation in Mahabharata. And this part is the longest conversation where Bhishmadeva gives a lot of instructions on dharma. And after hearing dharma from Bhishmadeva, Yudhishthira was fully pacified. So then Bhishmadeva left this world and then he went back home, back to God, joined his eternal Lord Krishna in the spiritual world. And the Pandavas also went back to the kingdom and continued ruling the kingdom by the desire of the Lord. The desires, Krishna wanted them to be the kings, so they remained kings for some time. And when Krishna winded up his pastimes, Pandavas also desired to go back to Godhead. So in this way, we can see certain lessons. Okay, I'll not revise the lessons. I want all of you to share what things we learned from today's session. Can you give one title to this class today? What is the main theme of this session today? Yes, Avijna.
Irrespective of any adversity that comes our way, we must always take shelter of Lord Krishna. That is what's most important.
Can you please be louder? Can't hear.
Mics are done. Okay. Irrespective of whatever adversity comes our way, the Dharma is important to always take shelter of Lord Krishna.
I think two mics are on. Two mics are on. Okay, yeah. Again. What you're telling, Avijna? Speak.
Check.
Yeah, done.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So, irrespective of the adversities that come in our life, we must always take the shelter of Lord Krishna, Dharma, and the association of devotees. Only then can we truly make our lives perfect, and we should not crumble under these adversities. Once these adversities come, we should actually still keep our faith strong and surrender unto Lord Krishna.
Very well. Yes, thank you. You captured the main
Hare
point of this. Vipra dharma achyuta ashraya. Yes. Anybody else want to share? Yeah, how a devotee responds to sufferings. Yes. So devotee should not give emotional response. He should give a devotional response to the sufferings. He should run to the shelter of Krishna. Okay, thank you, Chaitanya. To anybody else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
how to identify our weaknesses and come over them by identifying and taking actions to come over our weaknesses.
Yeah, identify our weakness and strengthen it and come out of that weaknesses. So Yudhishthira's weakness is gambling, so he tried to strengthen his weakness by getting more tutored, more skilled in that act of gambling. Jayadratha is also sharing the same thing. Strengthen ourselves through during tough times. Yeah, we should strengthen ourselves. Yeah, Pramod was telling, with blessings of senior Vaishnavas, difficult task becomes easy. Yes. But without the blessings, even easy tasks may become very difficult. So we should try to seek blessings of the Vaishnavas, right? We should tell our plans to them, we should give our reports to them. And then what will happen is that they are aware, and even if difficulties come, they'll guide, they will suggest, they'll help us to overcome those difficulties, isn't it? So that's why one should take the blessings of seniors. Yes. Any other points? Yeah,
Taking shelter.
Basaraj was telling, devotee sympathizes with others' sufferings. Yeah. Like Bhishma sympathized with Pandava's suffering, Kunti's suffering. It's correct. Yes. Although he was in suffering, he was in terrible suffering. Right. If one needle pricks us, so much pain. Immediately go to the doctor. Bhishma was lying there on. They didn't go to doctor and say remove his arrows. Is there? All lot of blood was flowing, and so much of suffering was there. But still, he sympathized. Whereas Duryodhana was para sukha dukhi और para dukha sukhi both. Right? दूसरों का सुख देख के, पांडवों का सुख देख के उसको क्या पेट जलता था उसमें. And then seeing the suffering of Pandavas used to be happy. Yes. What was the suffering? Somebody was sharing, sir. Jayachandra was telling, taking shelter of three: Vipra, Krishna, and Dharma. Dharma means you should also take shelter of law codes given in Gita. We should read Bhagavad Gita. Like when Krishna left this planet, Arjuna was like, Arjuna went into a great depression after that. But then he remembered Bhagavad Gita. By remembering the words of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna again became pacified, became sensible. So whenever we can't take shelter of Krishna, we should take shelter of Dharma, of Bhagavad Gita and the scriptures. That will also give us hope. So that's why we should read scriptures every day. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any points here? Okay. So today's topic was how to deal with difficulties, reversals in life. Hare Krishna. One more intro, want to add something? Can't hear you. Some problem with the mic here.
Hare Krishna, am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes.
One doubt wanted to ask, Prabhu.
What is that?
Yudhishthir Maharaj did everything right. He followed the will of the seniors. Krishna was there, Arjuna was there, Bhishma was there, Bhima was there. Still, they had to suffer a lot. So we learned a lesson today that this should be understood as the will of the Lord.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sometimes some some of us may take it as a misunderstanding. I mean, it can happen. How to understand that one devotee has given his best, and whatever happens, it has to be a will of the Lord, and not that he has to do anything from his part. Sometimes we may take a wrong lesson and apply it wrongly in our life. Oh, ये तो providence होने ही वाला था. Actually, there may be some scope for improvement on his side. So
Yeah.
how to draw the line?
Yeah.
How
Despite
to
trying
understand
our
that this
best,
should be taken as
despite trying our best, still something
should be
happens.
taken as our
That should
own
be taken as the
scope
will
for
of the Lord.
improvement. And
And if
otherwise, sometimes
despite,
we
they can't hear me. Huh? Oh. So, despite trying our best and despite putting full endeavors, and still something is happening in my life, and it means that is the will of the Lord. Okay. So, sometimes we may not understand what is the will of the Lord, so we have to consult our gurus, superiors. Really, I'm trying this, but still difficulties are coming. And am I doing the right thing, or should I do something else? Okay, what is the course of action? So one should consult. Here, Bhishma is telling, Yudhishthira is not telling it is will of the Lord. Bhishma is telling it is will of the Lord, right? Because of which he suffered. So we should also take consultation from our experienced superiors. So who will tell us, yes, okay, this is the will of the Lord. Or if something is lacking in my effort, then they will tell, oh, you should have done better. Right? If somebody is preaching, nothing is happening, nobody is coming. Oh, it's will of the Lord, nobody is coming. No. You can't close your hands and say, oh, nothing is happening. It's will of the Lord, nobody should come here. No. We should do our best efforts. Okay, Prabhu, we went for book distribution, no books went. Right? It's will of the Lord. We should try our best. We should do our endeavor. And then despite doing everything, still uh, bad results come, then we should understand it's to make me humble. But if one is not going out, one is not putting the stall, one is not showing the books, and is telling कोई book distribution नहीं हो रहा है, then that is not will of the Lord. That's lack of my effort. It is somebody is not going to college, not going to hostels, not calling people, not doing follow, and then he's telling probably nobody is coming for the program. That is not will of the Lord. That's my lack of my will, lack of my desire to serve. So if we do our best, and despite that, okay, something happens. Okay, then we should take it as a will of the Lord. Yeah, ho gaya. Suppose you're doing nice preaching and some nice good number of boys are coming, and suddenly some anti-preaching happens. कोई कुछ कर देता है, and then suddenly there's a drop of attendance. Okay, that is beyond our control. That is okay. Will of destiny. We have to do some course correction, take some steps by which we can do our preaching effectively. So we should know what is will of the Lord and what is my will. So we should not be casual in the name of okay, सब भगवान की इच्छा है. And we should do our part. ठीक है?
yes, Prabhu, thank you. We should, one thing is clear, we should not announce ourselves. This is the will of the Lord. Let some senior announce.
Yes. Yeah. Pramod is saying when calamities come, we should take shelter of Vaishnava and Krishna. Story of a devotee and his family who faced health problems and financial crisis. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So I heard all of your end sims are going to start now. After 2 weeks. Suratkal devotees had some end sims and Manipal devotees also. End sims are starting. So study nicely. Don't think that Bhagwan dekh lenge. You do your effort. Put your full effort in your studies, and then Krishna will do the rest. Okay, try to balance your studies and And I saw photos of Atul Prabhu and Pramod Prabhu, and they're taking the pre-Sankalpa camp for boys in Pavante. And 8-10 boys attended. And today also you have something? Today, tomorrow also?
Tomorrow they have called Yashwant Prabhu.
Okay. So Yashwant is taking session for first years, traveling from Bangalore. So this is what is, you should keep your mind busy in how to do. So if I can't do, who can do? So like this, should keep actively pursuing the desire of the Lord, and then continue preaching. And surely Krishna will award good results. One should not keep quiet. One should keep doing something. Then surely, under the guidance of superiors, one should do. So then you'll see some good results Krishna will give. Okay. So thank you very much. So we'll end here. Srila
Thank you.
Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.